Hey guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. It's kind of winding down. This was my only day to really rest or recreate or whatever. But had a busy Saturday. Played two shows, so basically I was gone from home for probably 12 to like 2:30 this morning. Came in and it's one of those days where I'm just going to sleep all day. I'm going to sleep in, and I might have slept 5 or 6 hours and woke up and I thought, well, I could lay here all day, but get up and do something. So I decided to do something I hadn't done in a while. I went to my LCS, as Higgy says, the local clam shack, the comic shop up close to here, and they're open 1 to 5 on Sunday. And I went up there and I was really impressed. Every time I go up there, they add more back issues. They got the dollar bins, they got like the stuff that is priced as marked and all that stuff. And got the wall books, got the new stuff, and all the trades and all that. So they're I'm really getting impressed with over at the collectibles. But yeah, I picked up a couple new books. The rest of the stuff I kind of dove into the $3 bins and some other stuff that was a decent price and that I didn't have. So I'll just kind of start showing it. Got the first issue of Absolute Power. This is like the only cover they had left, and unless it's like an artist that I really love doing a variant, I don't care if it's a variant or not. So, but I kind of like this cover. So, being it was the only one they had, well, there was another one, but I think it had Amanda Waller on it or something. But I want to check this out. And this is, and I think this and this too was kind of directly because of Higgy. He showed it on his channel, and I had to get this one just because of all the JSA characters on it. It's part of the Absolute Power storyline. This is number 3. They had 1, 2, 3, and however many else, but I just want to check this one out, and if I like it, I might go back and get the other ones. Probably, I guess the only thing that's fairly new. I didn't have this one. It's a facsimile of Police Comics number 1, so I was real happy to get this one. First Plastic Man, you got Human Bomb, Phantom Lady, the Mouthpiece, and there's several other characters, but a lot of good fun stories in it. I kind of flipped through it already, so good stuff. Now this one I'm not sure of. There might have been 5 issues of this series, and I know I had 1 or 2, but they had 5 of them. I think this is 5, but if I'm wrong, I'll probably correct myself or somebody else will correct me. But Legion of Superheroes Index. A big Legion fan, so I think this kind of gives synopsis of like all the Legionnaires to this point. This came out from ICG, which basically turned into was part of Eclipse Comics, I think. But they did a lot of these. They did the Justice League, they did the All-Star, they did the Hawkman, the Doom Patrol, the Teen Titans Index, up to that point, And this is from like 1986 or so, 87. But it kind of covers like the first appearance of the Legion in Adventure 247, all the way up through Action Comics 391, which was the last time they had a backup feature or a feature ever until Superboy and the Legion. I think that's where it stops. Now, there might be more to this series. I'm not really sure, but I kept thinking it was 5. These are in no particular order. Here's number 4, one of my favorite Legionnaires, the Feral Lad, and the Silver Age Legion. And this is a throwback to a book that I showed on Saturday on Comic Book Memories. I think it was Adventure 346, where you have Feral Lad and Karate Kid and Princess Projectra, and Nemesis Kid, who turned out to be a villain. So, pretty nice cover. This is by Jim Mooney. So, very cool. And the other one, of course, was by the other 2, I think. No, this one and the last one was Jim Mooney, and the first one was Cartt Swan. Here's number 2, another Cartt Swan cover. I'm not sure who did the inks, but this might be one I already have. But I thought these were cool, and I think they were like $2 or $3 a piece. So happy to find them. And this cover is by Richard Howell. Almost looks like a Steve Lytle cover, but I really like this one. And that's number 5, so I think that's the last one. I think these are two of these are books that I think I had before, and well, how I lost a bunch of my comics, 30 years ago is one of those stories. But I was really getting into this series, and I think I had probably about half of them. But these are two that I think I hadn't reacquired yet. But here we have Secret Origins, the '86 series, Batgirl, and Golden Age Dr. Midnight. So very cool. Two great characters. And number 17 with Adam Strange and Dr. Occult. Of course, Adam Strange is a favorite character. Dr. Occult's a really cool Golden Age character. So had to get those. A little gold key goodness. I'm not really sure what the number is because I didn't think to look or write it on the back. But we have a... I'm just going to go ahead and look. Just so those of you that don't know will know, and I'll know. This is number 24 of Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom. Very cool. Sure, it's a George Wilson cover. But I love these Solars. So I got this one pretty cheap. Great looking issue of Blackhawk, number 243. I got a great date stamp on it down here. And this, I do believe, is the last Silver Age issue, the last one before they stopped it. And they I guess they restarted it in like the mid-'70s with 244. So really cool stuff. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Pat Boyette did the art in this one. So very cool cover. I always loved the one that had like the big, letters for the logo. And some other cool stuff. I found, this is a series I always wanted to get into because I've heard so many good things about it. But I found for like $3 or $4, it was a Sandman Mystery Theater #1. I know you can get these in trades. They've been printed and reprinted and, ad nauseum. But this is something I want to check out. So I got the first issue for like $5. So kind of cool. Also, about the same price, I got the Blue Devil #1. Never did have this one. Fun character. So glad to have that one. And I picked up another Captain Action, #3. Great Gil Kane and Dick Giordano cover. You don't see that very often. So I've got the first 3. I just need 4 and 5. I think he had either 4 or 5, but I left it there for right now. So we'll see. A great looking cover on an issue of the Atom I didn't have. Number 34. Little man, you've had a busy day. So, man, just look at the colors on it. And this is decent shape, too. Probably, other than like the little, crimps on the top. I'm okay with that. Got a crossover that I did not have, at least in a single issue. I've got the hardback of the Crisis Companions, but this is 198. And Guy Gardner says, Jordan, your history. Little did he know, right? So, cool book. Got a nice 20-cent Sergeant Fury and Howling Commandos, #110, with an awesome John Severin cover. And these, didn't have to sell the house or anything to get any of these. And he gave me a nice... I think he gave me like a $10 discount when I went out, so that was pretty cool. Got a couple more. Here is, I think this is the first issue of this that I've got. This is Bonanza, #20, I think, or 30. Yeah, 20 or 30. But anyway, great photo cover, and this is like, other than the little chip on the corner there, I would probably call this a very fine. So nice book. And also found this one for a good price. A little bit of moisture damage on the front and back. Might be a little bit of crinkle on the spine. But here we have the first Superboy Annual, #1. Really happy to get this one. Nice square bound book. So, Yeah, it came out pretty good. I just, made a little bit of extra scratch this weekend, so I thought I'd treat myself to a few books. I don't hit the comic shop that often because mostly, I'll get stuff at shows or I'll get stuff online or like Peddlers Malls or whatever. But I kind of like to support our local guys, and the guy that owns the shop, Todd, he's a really good dude, and yeah, it's he's the one's having the show that I don't know if I mentioned it, but there's going to be a show here in Richmond on November 2nd and 3rd, and going to have 108 vendors, 108 tables. And it's going to be a good show because they had one there before in the old mall, and it was awesome. So plan on going back with that. I might take my son with me. So anybody wants to come to Kentucky on November 2nd and 3rd, I think it's like $20 to get in. But I was like, I would spend that in gas going to another one. So, but the parking is free. A lot of the bigger cons around here, I had to pay like $20 for parking. So I'm sure people like probably Bub's Comics and Jambo will show up at some point or other. We'll have to check and see, but should be a fun show. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking this out. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. Onward and upward.